Yeah, it was really good. Good to see the supporters get out and support the players, and new coaching group on day one. Look, the players are probably the same as the coaches. They might have been a little bit nervous, a little bit apprehensive, but yeah, they trained okay.
Colin Sylvia was there early on, went back into the rehab group,
Yep.
as we understand it. He's had a couple of chances. Was that a pretty tough decision for you guys to make?
No, from my point of view, he hasn't had a couple of chances. That's the first thing that I've had to deal with Colin, and we spoke with Colin, and my message is that elite level programs require elite level preparation, and he didn't do that, and that's the message.
How's he taking it?
Time will tell. It looked well. Everyone's really well versed in nodding and saying the right things. My concern is his actions over pre-season and when the season starts. That's what I'll be watching.
Liam Jarrett was an absentee today. Is that because of the Qantas thing he was held up?
Yes, that's because of Qantas. So you can talk to them about that. But hopefully, when the planes get back in the sky, he can come to training, which would be nice.
Any other players that were held back for that reason?
No.
Austin Wanamiri, is he no longer going to be part of the club? Is that what we can read into that?
Yes, you can, and you can read that when the list gets lodged this afternoon. So yeah, Aussie won't be on that.
Sorry, I know you don't want to harp on Colin Sylvia, but I just wanted to ask one more. I suppose everyone gets a fresh start under a new coach, and that's sort of what you were saying, but it's fair to say it's not probably the best start and the start you were hoping for to have.
What I said was that that behaviour that Colin did is not tolerated. That's that simple.
A couple of blokes coming back from injury, Grimes and Strauss, how are they tracking at this stage?
You saw them out there. They're part of the rehab group, but we're happy that they're out on the track and they're able to get out there and participate. You would have also noticed the rehab group just wasn't the traditional walk around. They worked themselves and their conditioning was fairly solid, not as solid as the main group, but they're not far away from joining in with the rest of the group, which is pleasing.
Aussie, was that a tough call on him? We've seen he's got plenty of talent. Was it that it just wasn't his time, or do you think he'll get another go? Or is he
I'm not certain as to whether he'll get another go. That's hypothetical. In terms of was it a tough decision? To delist any player is a tough decision, and you need to make sure that you're doing the right thing. So, yeah.
Brad Green definitely going to be captain?
Not definitely, no. My stance on the leadership group is that, I've taken over a blank canvas. I'm not in a position to go to the CEO and then in turn go to the board and say, look, right now these people should be captain, these people should be part of the leadership group. Reality says I don't know them. I've seen them train once, and Brad's not even here. Brad's part of the international rule, so I'm not in a position to endorse anyone as part of that. So the leadership group at Melbourne and the captain will be announced in March, and it'll be determined by their behaviours and actions over pre-season.
It's going to be your call, or does senior players get involved?
The players will have some input into it, but the final call will be mine.
You feel it might be time for a fresh captain?
After one session, it's a bit harsh. He wasn't even here. We'll wait. We'll wait until March. We'll give him 4 months.
Do you take much out of one session, Mark?
You can take a little bit out. Yeah, I had particular interest to see when the running got tough, who responded and who was struggling a bit, and who might have been at the races when they should have been training. All that type of stuff.
A separate program?
Yeah, you're right. So just coming out from one program to the next, and Dave Misson just keeping a bit of an eye on Mitch, but he's probably a week or two away from being with the main group, so nothing sinister.
Are you sort of satisfied with the overall fitness? He looks pretty fit, the one.
Mitch, I've got no idea. He looked fit to me. I'm just pretty happy that he's 200 centimetres still, so that's a good result. And he weighs about 95 kilos, and he's someone who can play in the front end. We can kick the footy to him. I'll go and speak to Dave, and that's the job of the sports science people. They make sense of all those numbers that footy coaches just sort of glance over.
What's the overall aim next year? Is it just to do better than last year, or?
There's a heap of aims. One, the first and foremost over pre-season is that we're going to challenge the group. We're going to challenge them mentally and physically, and we're going to challenge them with a new game plan, and we're going to challenge them with new standards that we as a new group want to set. The biggest challenge from a football point of view is to get them into the new program, but also we're going to play this is the way we're going to play. So we've got 4 months to educate them and then continue to do so throughout the season.
Do you think they'll face something tougher than they have in the past, say, 4 years?
In
terms of the program, the work, and
One of the things I've done is to not get involved with any conversations about what's gone on before. I know how I want them to train and how I want them to play, and Dave Miston's exactly the same. So yeah, we're going to challenge them. No, I'm not. They would have been challenged in the past, but I'm concerned about what's ahead.
What's your take on what they need? Is it more size, more strength to them, or do they need more fitness? Is there something that stands out for your aims for this summer?
No, there's not the one thing that's that, but all those things you mentioned, yeah, we'll get into them. Yeah, some of them have to be bigger. You know, some of them, a couple have to lose some weight, but that's okay. We've got 4 months to get them sorted.
And from your perspective, while we ask for false apologies, is the Colin Sylvia perspective, is that fully resolved now from your perspective?
Yeah, Colin has a few things he needs to do, one of which is to attend and complete and give 100% to an education program. We're really big on that, so he needs to complete that. He'll deal with his fine, he'll be able to pay that, and he sits out round 1, and the rest of it is about Colin and the rest of the player group with their behaviours and actions over the summer.
The guys that are on international rules duty, how and when will they be integrated back into the program?
Well, they'll just, again, the fitness staff will work through that, and one of our physiotherapists is involved with the international rules, so he'll be able to tell us exactly what they've done and how they're feeling. As opposed to when, yes, there's a bit of work with the Players Association to work out exactly when those boys can come back.
Speak about the clean sheet philosophy that you're adopting here. I've got no idea where I was going with this question.
Okay, you just...
I knew where I was going, but I've lost it now.
With
that's all right.
international rules, I mean, is it, in an ideal world, would you maybe not have your players playing in Australia? That way you've got a bit more control over their workload?
Oh no, an ideal world says the competition that we all belong to and the game we all belong to needs to be promoted, and that's a vehicle that the AFL have chosen to promote the game, so yeah, that's fine.
Just from a personal standpoint, how did it feel to take your first session this morning? I saw Collingwood obviously having a run across the park there. Did you have a glance over and sort of think, oh, my life's changed a bit?
Oh yeah, I had a glance over. I didn't think my life has changed over. I saw Bucks tried to stare me down, so I stared him back, and we did all that childish stuff, so that was okay. And look, first day, we probably got a little bit excited inside, probably gave them information overload, and we made you blokes hang around for 30 minutes longer than what we said. But 45, well, okay, build a club. No, I don't. No, it's fine.
What I was going to say before is you've also got the new coaches as well. You've got a new physio, like it's sort of head of player management. It's a fantastic feel. Is it like a blank canvas for you? Is that very much the feeling across the board, not just for you?
Yeah, absolutely. So new senior coach, new assistant coaches, new development coaches, as you said, new physio, sports science. The whole place is new and changed, and with that, there's natural energy. You could, I suppose, if you guys could imagine at your own workplace, if all the middle management and everyone changed, and what difference that would bring to the place. So yeah, it's exciting, and being an ex-teacher, it's legitimately like first day of school, new principal, new teachers, and a couple of new players.
Neil Craig in particular must be a huge tool in your armoury, considering his senior coaching experience. Yeah,
he'll be great for me, and part of his job will be to mentor me and give me some advice. And yeah, so I've enjoyed that Neil's been here for 3 weeks, and I've enjoyed the 3 weeks with him, and looking forward to the rest of the season and beyond.